sick animal, they for the most part have a strong immune system, which allows them to eat that animal without becoming sick themselves. When they remove it from the environment, they are stopping that individual from spreading that disease or illness throughout the population, and that allows the strong and healthy to survive. They also control the numbers of all the animals, keeping the populations or groups in proper balance to one another. We've all heard about the balance of nature. Well, that is mainly controlled by predators and hunters. And it doesn't matter what type of predator we're talking about. That's why there are so many of them out there. They're all doing that same job. They're just doing it in different parts of the environment. Okay, our next owl is found right here in the United States. Now, some birds live in very specific areas, very specific parts of the world. Others are more widely distributed. The barn owl is one of the most widely distributed birds of prey on the entire planet, found on many different continents. And they're found from coast to coast right here in the United States. She actually can't see what she's eating. She's blinded at that moment. So she uses those feathers to feel the prey when she takes a bite. I often compare them to cats. If you have a cat at home, you know they can get pretty wound up at night. They can be mainly nocturnal. They've got big bright eyes for seeing in low light and whiskers for feeling around in the dark. Well, the owl uses those feathers just the way a cat uses its whiskers.
Make a lot of noise, huh? Let's see what he does.
Camouflage at work right there. The brown color of that bird and all the markings, how he blends into that wooden box and the shadows behind. A big bird like that's extremely camouflaged in the forest. That's a European or a Eurasian eagle owl. They are the largest species in the world. They're a close cousin to our great horned owl here in the United States. Now you'll see him reach down and take a bite of his chicken.
No, you can't try.
Something large like a rabbit, it would tear it apart, eat it piece by piece. Eat as much as he could. He'll return to a kill and eat it until it's gone or another predator or scavenger drags it away. They don't waste anything for the most part. If he catches something small, on the other hand, like a mouse, they'll swallow it whole. They get something out of every part of that mouse. So they digest what they can. They get protein from the meat, calcium from the bones, vitamins and minerals from all the internal organs, and even the fur of that mouse serves a purpose. A ball of fluff, and he was growing and eating large amounts of food. One day he ate 14 mice. And I don't mean over the course of the day, I mean in one meal, one right after the other. So he's got quite an appetite. He's about 5 years old now. Yeah. I've heard of eagle owls in captivity living up to 50, 60 years. In general terms, the larger a bird of prey is, the more powerful it is, the less natural enemies in the wild are going to have. So the bigger the bird, the longer the life. The smaller the bird, he could be a target for anybody out there, so the shorter the life naturally. Keep in mind, they live a lot longer in captivity than they do in the wild. You know, they're always guaranteed food and shelter and all the things they need. Any injury out there could mean death. Any illness, anything. If bad weather rolls in and they can't catch prey for a couple of days, they can become weak. Things happen. There are no favorites out there in the wild. You know, they have to survive on their own. They've got the most difficult job in the world. It's said that in the back of his head, 2 eyes and a beak. That's supposed to be a deterrent from a predator sneaking up behind. A predator is going to be less likely to attack if it feels like it's been spotted or it's being watched. What's up there? So, if you've ever seen, you know, certain species of butterfly or moth have beautiful eye spots on their wings. To deter a bird from catching them. Work, obviously. Now the eagles obviously are the largest family of birds of prey. There are many species around the world. Here in the United States, we only have two species. Of course, we have the bald eagle. You've seen some of those today, right? Of course. Out west, we have the golden eagle. This is actually neither of the two. This is a species of eagle that's native to certain areas of Asia and North Africa. It's called a steppe eagle, named after the habitat in which it lives. The steppes are basically rolling hills that come down off the high mountains like a series of steps or a staircase. So that's where they get their name. For catching a speeding object out of the air. You know, birds like hawks and owls and eagles have shorter, thicker toes for tremendous leverage for catching a rodent on the ground. But these are designed for impact and high-speed flight. They've also got a little notch in the beak.